Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where we bring you all the highlighted action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Louisiana Lottery, Cherry Lane Chevrolet, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Manda Fine Meat, Louisiana Department of Health and Hospitals, Tobacco-Free Living Community of Color Network, Care South Medical and Dental, and the Cardiovascular Institute of the South. Hello and welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where each week we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you each week from Southern Kofi, right in the heart of Scotlandville. If you come in, act right, act nice, Horatio might even break down and do the jigger train with you. I saw him do it on video. Looked like he could make a sandwich, a smoothie, and jigger train. Of course, you can catch us about 6 times a week. You see the graphic there. And of course, the easiest way to catch us at all times is on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Coach Dooley, good homecoming 2023 win for the Jaguar Nation. The Jaguars beat the Oaklanders from Lincoln University, 48-18. Coach, good work in all phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, you know, I thought we came out. I thought we still left a little bit out there, some things we have to correct, but that's part of football. But I do like where we are right now. We understand now moving forward it's SWAC time right now for us.
Coach, J.R. Blood may have had his best day as a Jaguar. 329 yards, 3 touchdowns. Looked like the young man had himself a day.
He did. You know, he's coming along, and I think we just watching the growth of him as a player, as a individual, and I think I like where he's at right now. Still some things we have to work on, but he's getting better chemistry with the wideouts and also understanding the protection of the line. So everything is starting to come together, and right now we need it to come together because you're talking about it's all SWAC action now.
Also on the offensive side of the ball, running back Gary Quarles continues to improve and show what he can do when you give him the rock.
Yeah, he's doing a great job right now. I say we know the guy was very talented. Now he understands the scheme, he understands the blocking scheme as well. So we look forward to some big things coming from Quarles.
Let's jump into those highlights from homecoming 2023 on the Bluff against the Lincoln University Oaklanders. And I got to give it to my man, is that Darren Morris?
No, this right here is Jalen Howard. Very, very excited for him to get his very first touchdown as a Jaguar.
90 yards.
Yes.
Incredible. 90-yard return to open the scoring for the Jaguars.
Come on, this is another Quarles right here. He got into the end zone for the first time of his career being a Jaguar as well. Had a great game for us.
Nice 10-yarder. Comes back, hits Chandler Whitfield for 14. Then he's going to hit Chandler for 11. And then Quarles gets into the end zone. Touchdown Jaguars. PAT was good by Joshua Griffin. We're up 14-0. They muffed the ball. We get it back. J.R. Blood on the move, Coach.
Hitting George Quarles again. Had a exceptional game. You're talking about those first 2 drives. The young man played extremely hard for us.
Quarles had a 38-yarder there, and then Kendrick Rhymes gets in on the act with a 2-yard touchdown. PAT was good. Chandler gets a nice 23-yard return on this return. Coach, I think he's going to break one before the year's out.
I look forward to that. I thought he was going to break one Saturday night, but he's working extremely hard, so we look for some good things coming from Whitfield.
J.R. Blood hits Ed McGee for 19. Then he's going to hit Ed again for 13.
And he gives it to Quarles right here. Quarles found his way. He was trying to get into that end zone, and we like those rack yards. He got a chance to score it for the first time.
Hey, you see some great defense right there. Pass broken up. We get the ball back. You see Gary Quarles taking it for 8. Then he takes it for 31.
31 yards.
Exciting run right here, Coach.
Absolutely. Young man is coming. Just what we saw in him. So some great things coming along. Got a chance to punch it into the end zone. Had a great first quarter. Right here was a untimely interception right here. That's what I tell those guys. Everybody got to do their part, and then we can still hold on to the football.
They get on the board. we keep them out on the point after attempt. Coach, do they not have a kicker?
They had one. I guess they're just trying to get as many points as possible. But no, I did see their kicker, but I did thought he had the opportunity to kick some PATs, but of course that's up to the coach what he felt was best for his team.
There you saw Blood hitting Quarles for 30. That ended the first half. When we come back, we'll talk about the second half on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
Feel the power. Can you feel it? Multiply your power. Can you feel it?
Lemonade, would you like some lemonade?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck!
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change! Wow!
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, we're up 28-12 at the half. What did you tell your team at the half to guard from a letdown?
Well, unfortunately, being up 28, we haven't scored them kind of points none this season right here. So that was up for us right there. But at the end of the day, I thought we should have been up a lot more than that and shouldn't have any touchdowns scored on us. So we understood that. I told them we're not fighting for to play against Lincoln. No disrespect to those guys, but we got to get Southern University corrected. We got to come out and play this last 30 minutes as if we're trying to go somewhere. So those guys understood that and came out and played a much better half.
Coach, another good game by your defense. Those guys are really, really playing great for the team and giving you a great effort.
Absolutely. Not as many takeaways as guys were doing some great things. And you got to take your hats off to Lincoln. They had some great players over there too as well. Just didn't have enough. But defense is playing lights out football. We know it's going to have to get a lot better going into SWAC play.
All right, let's jump into those second half highlights from Homecoming 2023 on the Bluff. Here you're going to see Kendrick Rhymes take one for 11. I like it when Kendrick gets going, Coach.
Yeah, he does some exciting things right here. Here he catches a pass out of the backfield. Like I said, he's like a receiver, extra receiver for us coming out of the backfield.
Took it 44 yards to the house. Got on the scoreboard. Josh, the extra point. 35-12 at this juncture. Jaguars on the move.
Yeah,
here we are playing defense, and they were basically smothering those running backs, Coach.
They were. I thought Marcel was going to get his first interception. Kind of slipped off his hand, but made a great play. Those guys had a great call right there, got into the end zone, unfortunate. But here's a young man I'm very, very excited about. You're talking about a freshman, Darren Morris, right out of Southern Lab. Probably the longest touchdown pass right now, 98 yards for a touchdown.
Well, we talked to him after the game, and he's used to scoring touchdowns in A.W. Mumford Stadium.
Absolutely.
There you see the defense snuffing out the Oaklanders. Great run right there, Coach. following his blocks, following the holes, field goal, great sack right there. Jaguars, homecoming 2023 gave the fans a lot to cheer for. When we come back, we'll talk about the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope in healing is just a phone call away.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the Capital Region at cardio.com.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, of course, in this segment each week we have our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams. Who were those gentlemen for this week?
Well, I'll have to give on offense, but I have to give it to Harold Blood. I thought he came out and played lights out football, threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I thought the young man played some exciting football. Then when you go on defense, I have to give it to Demetrius Marcel. Marcel led the team in tackles, did a great job, had a couple of PBUs, and played exceptionally well. It always get a little tough when we talk about special teams because those young men does a good job for us. But you got to give it to Josh Griffin. He was perfect on his PAT and had 1 field goal. And then you talk about the kickoffs he had. 1 for 51.6 yards, 2 touchbacks, and so I thought the young man did a great job.
He was booming it. Coach, after the game, we caught up with Gary Quarles, Darren Morris, Harold J.R. Blood, and Taj Brown, and Joe Dupree filed these interviews.
Well, Todd, homecoming on the Bluff was definitely all that and then some. We're here with Gary Quarles, and Gary, great night tonight. 14 for 92, 1 touchdown. Tell me, how did it feel playing homecoming tonight?
It felt good playing my last homecoming here, definitely here in the Bluff. We made it happen tonight, and now we're looking forward to Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, next big game is Bethune-Cookman, but since this is your last homecoming at the Bluff, tell us about some sweet memories you have here playing for the Jaguars.
It just a great moment. Just play with my brothers. We grinded all summer, grinded all fall camp, and now we're just able to put it together and just keep going 1-0 each week.
I'm here with Darren Morris, and listen, Darren, great catch, man. It looked like it was over the shoulder, landed there perfectly. You ran it in, man. It was actually altogether 98 yards for a touchdown, man. Talk to me about that. How did that feel?
It felt amazing, not gonna lie. Coach always say make yourself the primary receiver. Made myself the primary receiver. Blood delivered a great ball, and I'm just blessed to do it on homecoming.
Definitely, you did. Homeboy from Baton Rouge, went to Southern Lab. So this wasn't nothing new for you being here at A.W. Mumford scoring, right?
Not at all, not at all. It's just everyday thing at this point, everyday thing.
We're here with our quarterback, the guy who has been calling the plays. Man, listen, great night tonight. Probably one of the best nights I've seen you play. Let's talk about these stats. 19 to 28, 329 yards, 3 TDs. Come on, man, you on fire. So let's talk about it. How did it feel?
It feels great. I feel like we're catching our stride, and it's happening at the perfect time. Everything we want is right in front of us, and we just need to go 1-0 consecutively. So that's our goal.
Well, let me ask you this, Harold. Look, I was filming it. You look great with the run-pass option. Looked like you were in tune with your receivers, and looked like the running game was going. Can we expect more of that as we move forward?
Yes, sir, for sure. Like I said, we caught our stride. We understand what we need to do. Attacking everybody else's defense. We need to get a good balance of run and pass to open up both options of the game. So that's what we're doing.
We're here with Taj Brown, and Taj, you kind of got nicked up that last game for a quarter, cramped up, but you came back strong here for homecoming. 5 tackles, the defense was all over the place. Tell me, how did that feel tonight?
I feel great. After last game, I took that personal, being in the fourth quarter, and I couldn't be out with my teammates in a pivotal point of the game, so I took it pretty personal this week, try to come out and try to get a dub this week.
And y'all got it. Big win. Now, I do have a question, because I was up there filming. Y'all still got a few things you need to work out with them bubble screens. So talk to me about what the defense needs to do as we move forward.
Like I say, all great defenses, good defenses, you got things to work on, so that's something we got to work on, and I don't think it comes from like we not prepared for it, but we know what we got to do, and we just got to execute the game plan, because Coach put the right game plan in place for us, but we got to come out and execute it.
Heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys. Coach, kind of wrapping up the Lincoln University talk. Lincoln definitely was a different level of competition, but those guys were gamers. Third year playing football, they came in and they're looking for a win. They're looking to make a season. But you had to be pleased with your players, because that kind of game is a great confidence builder in the plays that you're running, and it also shows the players, if we do it right, if we execute, this is the outcome.
Absolutely. When you take a look at those guys, I did my research on those guys. They put together a new team, but those guys wasn't new to football. You had some transfers from some Power 5 schools on that team right there. So you got to always be careful when you play those type schools, because those guys were looking for an opportunity, and so they found that Lincoln University coach gave them a great chance, and those guys just want to play football. One of those guys have a high draft grade. When you talk about the running back, he came from a big-time program, a Power 5, so you never know who you're going to play. The quarterback came from UTEP, so they had some players on the team. They just hadn't put it all together for whatever reason. Why they wind up being at Lincoln, that wasn't my problem, but I knew we had to prepare and be ready for those guys.
All right. When we come back, we're going to look ahead to our next game against the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats in Jacksonville, Florida, on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Stay with us.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck.
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change. Wow.
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
We all know Powerball. Now there's a new way to play. Play the Powerball Scratch-Off from the lottery, where you could win up to $15,000. But wait, there's more. Enter the second chance drawing for cool prizes like the Powerball Cash Promotion. This is your final chance to win exciting second chance cash prizes from the Powerball Scratch-Off. 5 lucky winners will be drawn for a share of $17,000. Play the Powerball Scratch-Off today.
Can you feel it? Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, we now turn our attention to our next game, the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. But this year we will not be playing Bethune at their normal location in Daytona Beach, Florida. We're going to be playing them in Jacksonville. What went on with the change of venue?
Well, you know, they had a lot of things that was going on in the city of Daytona at that time. The same time we scheduled to play them, they have something that's very big for them down in that part of the country. You're talking about the Bikers Convention. They're going to be everywhere, so they saw fit, the AD over there saw fit to move it to Jacksonville. Of course, with our large fan base, to the expecting, I think Jacksonville would be more fitting. As I recall, years back when I was here as an assistant, we played them in Jacksonville as well.
Coach, the Wildcats stand at 1-5 on the season, 0-3 in the SWAC. They're coming off a 34-31 loss to Texas Southern. What do the Wildcats want to do on offense?
Well, you know, they want to run the football. They had a running back that's very, very exciting, not big in stature, but could get the job done. He rushed for 100-plus yards this past game, so we know that's going to be a challenge for us to stop. And then they got a nice-sized offensive line that's playing football for those guys. But those guys are very, very feisty, playing good football. You know, you look at the record, I think you throw records out of the window when you play within our conference because we got some good football teams.
On the defensive side of the ball, what kind of schemes do they want to run?
Well, they're aggressive, and everybody in our conference is aggressive right now. They play a little different front. You know, a lot of teams you'll find play cover 3, play cover 2. They're playing something totally different, combination coverages, but at the end of the day, they're still trying to get to the quarterback. They're bringing blitz from the inside and outside. So it's going to be a challenge for our offense as well to protect as well as establish a running game.
Coach, Jacksonville is 8-10-hour trip from Baton Rouge. You get on I-10 and you go to I-10 ends in Jacksonville. What kind of activities do you have planned for the players to break up such long distance travel?
Well, fortunately enough, we've been blessed to be able to fly out to Jacksonville.
Okay.
So we won't have to worry about that long stretch down I-10. We'll be able to get the guys out here by noon and still be able to get there to get some rest and be ready for a competitive ball game the next day.
Now, one of the treats that the players will have is the game is going to be played at the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium. Always a nice opportunity for the players to play in a professional stadium.
Absolutely. You know, those guys know they're going to get that luxury when they come to Southern University because, for one, we're going to always play in the Superdome. So they understand that that's an in-state NFL team. But now to get an opportunity to go outside the state and still play in a professional stadium, I think it's all about the experience coming to Southern University.
What's the weather forecast like out there for for Bethune?
I haven't looked into it right now, but right now I'm thinking mid-80s from the past weather from last week. So should be some good weather out there. Should be what everyone calls football weather. But I like it to be hot, so I wouldn't mind if it was 95.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck Saturday. Get that win over the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the Capital Region at cardio.com.
depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope and healing is just a phone call away.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, I think we got 4 games left in the SWAC, especially the SWAC West. Give us a little bit of look ahead of what you see after this Bethune-Cookman game.
Well, you know, we got 3 schools that are tied right now for first place right now in the West, and we understand, to me, just as I told the team on yesterday when we met, every week is a 1-week playoff. And it's totally up to us. We control everything that we do from thus far. So right now, we just got to look at who we play and take them 1 game at a time and just, as I say in the past, just go 1-0.
I like the way you said that. Every week is a 1-week playoff, huh? Coach, got to ask the Jaguar Nation for some thoughts, prayers, and consideration for Coach Sean Wallace. He's going through some health challenges right now, and we'd ask that, of course, you send up some prayers for the brother and his family. We'd ask that you also go to the Jaguar Football Show Facebook page. There's a GoFundMe set up to help his family defray cost on his treatment. So again, please, thoughts and prayers for Coach Sean Wallace. Of course, I always tell people Sean Wallace is one of Southern University's greatest warriors I ever saw play when he was on the team back in the 90s. So we want to look out for that brother. You can always catch us 6 times a week on TV. And of course, you can definitely catch us at your convenience on the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. And of course, we'd ask that you share the link to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley with the Jaguars that are not in Baton Rouge and not plugged into Baton Rouge-centric stuff. So keep the positive news of the Jaguar Football Show moving within the Jaguar Nation. Coach, we want to wish you luck, and we'll always say, go Jags.